Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll, and it's getting late in the year, and me having to pay so much attention to bugs is declining as temperatures get cooler. And many of you know that I work in crops in addition to turf grass, and working in annual row crops helps me always think about some other practices that we don't always think about in turf, and I think it helps me be a better turf entomologist. And there's three factors that enter into row crops that help us with pest management. One of them is using well-adapted cultivars or varieties. And we usually don't have that option in turf grass because we are managing an established stand of turf grass. Now, if we're in part of a renovation or a construction project, then indeed we might have a choice. And obviously there are lots of different types of turf grasses out there that have various strengths and weaknesses. So if we have that option, we can always go for a well-adapted cultivar that maybe fits that site really well. In many cases, we're stuck with what we've got. Another area really is the use of cultural practices. We do that with seeding populations for row crops. We do it with row spacing. We do it with a lot of various factors. And sometimes we don't think a lot about that with pest management, but of course it does enter into it with weed management, with mowing heights, with disease management, with irrigation, for example. And it also enters into it with insect management. All those things, mowing height, irrigation scheduling, and thatch management, all these practices can impact individual pest species, so don't forget about that. And then the third one really is plant health. And in crops, that's really important. The healthier the plant, the more pest pressure it can take and still provide a good yield. And that's certainly true in turf grass. If you keep that plant healthy, if you're using proper fertility, proper mowing, proper practices to manage that turf plant and keep it healthy, it can tolerate a few pests, a little bit of disease, a few weeds maybe, and certainly quite a few insects if you keep it healthy. So a lot of these principles from row crops certainly factor into being a really cost-effective, environmentally friendly, and really good turf grass management program. So keep these in mind. Just don't automatically think pesticide when you think about trying to manage a pest. Think about the other factors that enter into it. Hope that helps. Look forward to talking with you again soon.